Hi everyone, this is Miss Emily. I'm Stacy, and we work with the 3 and 4-year-old class. And for our 4-H project for you guys, we decided to do nutrition. And our activity that we are providing for you guys is a recipe of something that you can make with your children, and it's called peanut butter and banana roll-ups with sliced avocado on the side. Now, this snack you can make for breakfast time, and it covers all of the basic food groups. And that's something that you guys can eat together if you're able to. And it's just a great thing to do with your kids and kind of teaches them about nutrition, things that are healthy to put into our bodies that gives us energy. And we also are going to provide with you a breakfast journal, which has every day of the week. We're going to provide about 2 weeks worth of breakfast journals for you guys, where all you have to do is just each day, just write down what you and your child had for breakfast. And then also, what food group did it fall under? Did it fall under fruits, vegetables, protein, dairy, meat? And it kind of gives you a chance to talk about, all the good things that our body needs for, giving us energy and helping our bodies grow nice and strong and staying healthy. So that is the activity that we're going to provide for you guys. So we hope you enjoy it. So for our nutrition activity, we also have a book that we would like to read for you guys. And it's called Pancakes. And it was written and the pictures were done by Eric Carl. So we hope you guys enjoy. Ricky, crowed the rooster. Jack woke up, looked out the window, and thought, I'd like to have a big pancake for breakfast. Jack's mother was already up and busy. Mother, said Jack, I'd like to have a big pancake for breakfast. I'm busy, and you will have to help me, she said. How can I help? Asked Jack. We'll need some flour, she replied. Take a sickle and cut as much wheat as the donkey can carry. Then take it to the mill. The miller will grind it into flour. When Jack had cut enough wheat, he put on the donkey's back and took it to the miller. Can you grind this wheat for me? He asked. I need it for a big pancake. First, we must separate the grain from the chaff, said the miller. He gave Jack a flail and cut the wheat onto the ground. The miller took another flail and began to beat the wheat with it. Jack helped with the threshing, and soon there was a big pile of straw and chaff and a small pile of grain. The miller poured the grain on a large flat stone. On top of it was a round millstone connected to the water wheel on the outside. The water wheel turned round and round, turning the millstone round and round too, to grind the grain into flour. At last the miller handed Jack a big bag of flour. Here's the flour, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, now we need an egg. Jack went to the black hen and fed her some grain that had slipped into his pocket while he had been threshing. Cluck, cluck, said the black hen, and went inside the hen house. Then she said, cluck, cluck, once more, and laid an egg. Here's an egg, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, now we need some milk. Jack went to the spotted cow and began to milk her. Moo, moo, said the spotted cow as the milk squirted into the pail. Here's the milk, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need some butter. Jack got the butter churn and held it between his knees. His mother scooped the cream from the top of the milk and put it into the butter churn. Jack pushed the churn handle up and down, up and down. Finally, the cream turned into butter. Here's the butter, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, we need to build a fire. Jack went to the woodshed and brought some firewood. Here's the firewood, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. But his mother said, wouldn't you like to have something sweet on your pancake? So Jack went down to the cool cellar and pulled a jar of strawberry jam from one of the shelves. Here's the strawberry jam, shouted Jack. Let's make a pancake. In the kitchen, Jack's mother had filled the table with the flour, the egg, the milk, and the butter. There was also a mixing bowl, a wooden spoon, a ladle, a frying pan, a plate, a knife, fork and spoon, and a jar of strawberry jam. And his mother said, put a cupful of flour into the bowl. Break an egg into the flour and stir. Pour a cupful of milk over the flour and egg and stir again until the batter is smooth and without lumps. Jack's mother heated the frying pan over the fire and added a piece of butter. The butter melted fast. Then she said to Jack, now pour a ladle of batter into the hot pan. After a minute or two, she looked at the underside of the pancake. It was golden brown. Now watch, she said. I'll turn the pancake over. Ready? Ready, shouted Jack. Flip, said his mother. Up and over went the pancake high into the air and landed right in the pan. In another minute or two, the pancake was crisp on the underside as well. Then she slipped the pancake from the frying pan onto the plate and spread some strawberry jam on it. And now, Jack, his mother started to say, but Jack said, oh, Mama, I know what to do now. And what did he do? He ate his pancake. We hope you guys enjoyed this story.
Hi guys, it's Miss Tessa from Miss Ronnie's class, and for our 4-H project we chose to do plants. So in our folder you'll see if they're different colors. It's in with Mrs. Aaron's activity. She's doing rabbits, right? Mm-hmm. So in the packet on our side, it's just a bunch of different little papers. It's going to go through how to grow a flower, and they're marigolds. So I'll tell you what we're going to do with that in just a second. But in our little folder, there's like a little poem, things that you'll need to grow your flower. There's little pictures to help show what it might look like when it's growing, just so they can compare. There is also a little chart in here that you can help record what your flower looks like as it's growing, and you can date it and draw a picture and just keep track of it growing. And a couple activities we have in here, there are sequencing cards to help remember, the life cycle of the flower and what to expect, and just make fun games with it as well as you're watching your flower grow. And I will show you what you're going to find. Everyone will have a bag, and in ours you'll see this is where you're going to plant your flowers. Inside there is a little Ziploc baggie with soil, and inside is this little tiny paper that has 6 to 7 marigold seeds. So it's all going to be in here. You're going to plant everything in this. Instructions on how to grow, how to keep it alive if you can, because I need instructions on that too. Everything will be in here. So I hope you guys enjoy growing your flower and take pictures so we can see the growth of your flower. Thank you.
Hi guys, today our book is Seed to Plant. Here's your picture. Okay. Bright blooms. Our world is filled with plants. Flowers, grass, and trees are all plants. Tall sunflowers are one kind of plant. They usually have big yellow flowers. There's a little diagram. It starts with a seed. All plants change as they grow. These changes are their life cycle. A sunflower begins life from a seed. Inside the sunflower seed is a tiny plant. The seed will grow into a sunflower in about 3 months. Seeds need water, sunlight, soil, and warmth to grow. In spring, a sunflower seed is planted. Then tiny roots grow down into the soil. The roots bring up water from the soil to the rest of the plants. Growing up. First, a small stem sprouts or grows from the seed. Then leaves open on the stem. The young plant is called a seedling. The leaves use sunlight, air, and water to make food for the plant. More leaves appear. The plant grows taller and taller. A sunflower plant can grow from 3 to 18 feet tall. from bud to blossom. Next, a flower bud grows at the top of the stem. The bud will open into yellow petals. A bright sunflower blossoms opens in summer. It faces the sun. Sunflowers turn their heads to follow the sun as it moves across the sky. Each sunflower head is made up of hundreds of tiny yellow flowers. Those flowers will become seeds. The flowers are covered with a fine yellow dust called pollen. Bees love to feed on sunflowers. They spread pollen as they fly from flower to flower. The sunflower uses pollen to make new seeds. In fall, the sunflower dries up. The tiny flowers in the center are now seeds. Some seeds scatter to the ground. The wind and animals also spread seeds. Next spring, some seeds will grow into new sunflowers. The life cycle begins again. The end, and there's the sunflower cycle that we just read about. And different seeds and plants. And that's it. Thank you for watching.
Hi guys, we're going to do an egg experiment today. I have 3 jars of warm water. I have some salt, 3 eggs, and a little bit of food coloring. That way we can see what we're going to do. So first, you're going to take the egg, and I'm going to put it into a glass of warm water only. I am going to add a little bit of food coloring, make it cool. Looks like ocean water. You put your egg down in it. Do you think it's going to sink or is it going to float? It sunk. All right. Now, for the next one, you've got your warm water in here. We're going to add some salt to this water. And it doesn't really specify how much salt you want to put in it. You can just eyeball it. Stir that. Add some more food coloring. What do you think is going to happen with this egg? What are your guesses? You think it's going to sink? All right. We're going to try it. We'll stir this some more. Sorry, guys. It's all some of that salt. All right. Ready? Here it goes. Maybe. Oh, it sunk. It spun around a little bit, didn't it? All right. Now we have warm water, and we're going to put some more salt in it. Oh, and then we've got to get some plain water. So we got warm water, some salt, and we grab some extra water. What do you think is going to happen with this one? So you add your salt, put in some regular tap water, add your food coloring if you want. And here we go. That one's done too.
It'll stay that way though if we let them sit there.
No, maybe we should wash them all day. So this one has just your salt, water, warm water. The second one has the, this is just your warm water. This is your salt water.
This is your salt water with some cool water. So we'll watch them and see which ones stay at the bottom and which ones come to the top. And the reason why we did this is because we talked about chickens with our 4-H.
Hi, I'm Miss Angela, and today I'm going to read Pete the Cat, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. This goes along with our farming unit that we will be sending home. And for this book, I'm only going to kind of read through 3 of the animals that's going to go with our packet. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had some chickens. E-I-E-I-O. With a cluck cluck here and a cluck cluck there, here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck cluck. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. The next animal that's going to be in the packet is a cow. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo moo here and a moo moo there, here a moo, there a moo, and everywhere a moo moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And the last animal I'll read through is with a pig. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. With an oink oink here and an oink oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. If you want to check out some of the other animals that are on the farm, again, this book is called Pete the Cat, Old MacDonald Had a Farm. And you can see what sounds they make and you can practice them together.
Hello, Aretha and I are, for our 4-H project, we chose to do an obstacle course, which is just a 2-step obstacle course. And what we're sending home for you to do is some chalk and a rock and some other little things in a baggie for you to do the course with. We're going to start out by drawing the obstacle course with the chalk, which I already made most of it out already, and I'm just going to put the last square on, which is the number 1. I'm going to set my chalk aside. I've got my rock, and then the hopscotch, you just roll the rock, throw it. Mine landed on the number 4. And the kiddos should know, we've been practicing this in class, so they should know how to do this mostly. And you just do your basic hopscotch, hop on 1 foot, and then the next 2 squares both feet. Skip the square that has the rock in it. Just kind of hop over that. Finish out the hopscotch drawing. Come back, do it again. When you get to your rock, bend over, pick the rock up, and then finish out the hopscotch part. When you get through, back to the beginning of your hopscotch board, you're going to grab your spoon, which is going to be in your baggie, and egg, which will be in your baggie also. Put your spoon down, put your egg onto the spoon, and then you're going to walk out the rest of the course with the spoon to the end of wherever you want to make the end of your course. Basically, they're going to be balancing the egg on the spoon the best that they can. This incorporates both gross and fine motor, which is what Miss Retha and I do with the kids throughout the day in the classroom. And I'm out of breath, so that's it. Have a great day.
Hi guys, I'm going to read a book today about Let's Play Hopscotch. The author is by Sarah Hughes. My name is Rosa. I like to play hopscotch with my friends. We play hopscotch in the park. We draw hopscotch lines on the ground. We use chalk to draw, 8 squares, we write 8 numbers in the squares. We use stones or sticks as our markers. I throw my marker in square number 1. The marker has to land inside the square. I hop over square number 1. I don't hop in the square with the marker. I land in square number 2. I must hop on 1 foot to jump to each square. Look at square 4 and 5. Their boxes are side by side. Mary lands on 2 feet for the squares that are side by side. Now John is on box 7 and 8. There are the last boxes in the row. He hops and turns around. Then John hops back to the start. He knows to hop on 1 foot for 1 square. He knows to hop on 2 feet for squares that are side by side. The first person to go from 1 to 8 and back again wins. Mary, John, and I like to play hopscotch together. And that is the end of our story. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hi everyone! As many of you know, I did my activity on rabbits in 4-H, and in the next video you'll get to see me reading a book about rabbits. But here are some activities that I am sending home that goes along with the book that I read. For this activity, if you look, there's squares. So you're going to cut out the pages on this one and this one. And you can either tape them to the back of construction paper, or you can just leave them how they are, but they're kind of see-through-ish. And then you guys can play memory with these two. And then in the next paper, your kids can practice cutting again. You're going to cut out the little boxes, and then they're going to sort. So they can sort them by flowers or animals. So once they get the pictures all cut up, they'll glue them on the respective side. Or if you don't want to glue them, you can just do them over and over again. And the next one, you're going to cut out this whole block, and then the kids are going to circle whatever the picture is, the letter that it starts with. So like this is rabbit, so they would circle an R. So you're working on those beginning sounds and letter identification. In this one, you're going to cut out the box, and then they are going to count how many animals there are. So like this one is 3, so then they would circle the letter 3, or the number 3 letter. Goodness. And in the last activity, you're going to cut all the words out, and then you're going to say the words out loud while counting. So for rabbit, you would say rabbit. Is it 1 clap or 2 claps? This is an important skill for hearing the different sounds and words and syllables in words. So I hope you guys have fun with this. You can either glue or tape or any of them, or if you want to keep doing it over and over again, just have them cut it out and sort it by number. So not only are they identifying their numbers, but they're identifying the syllables as well. Hope you guys have fun.
The Little Rabbit. One Easter, Sarah found a little rabbit in her Easter basket. She was nestled beside 2 eggs.
The little rabbit was soft and white. She had bright pink eyes, long ears that were pink inside, and a tiny pink nose that was always wiggling. Sarah loved her new friend very much. Sarah let the little rabbit play in the grass while she tried to think of just the right name for her. There were some tiny yellow flowers nearby called buttercups. "That's a nice name," said Sarah to her little friend. "I'll call you Buttercup too." Sarah took good care of Buttercup. Every day she visited the new red hutch, bringing food pellets and fresh water. Then she watched Buttercup eat and drink. Sarah's other friends loved Buttercup too. After school, they hurried over to Sarah's house and played with the little rabbit. Buttercup was always happy to be the center of attention. All the children wished they had a rabbit of their own. One afternoon, Sarah took Buttercup out to the meadow and fell asleep, but Buttercup did not want to sleep. She was soon hopping off to meet new friends. First, she came upon a slow-moving turtle, and then she met a beautiful orange and black butterfly. There was so much to see and do out in the world. But what was that? Buttercup was startled by something moving in the ferns. It was another rabbit. The other rabbit was a wild rabbit. He was different from Buttercup. He had large brown eyes and brown fur that helped him to hide from his enemies. The two rabbits watched each other for a long time. Then they hopped away. Buttercup was hungry, so she nibbled some grass beside a rhubarb patch. Suddenly it began to rain. She ran for cover and got stuck between some stalks. Then she sat and watched the rain. She felt very small and very lonely. When Sarah finally woke up, she searched all over for Buttercup and finally found her. Sarah and Buttercup went everywhere together. Sometimes they went on picnics in the woods. Sarah always brought along a carrot for Buttercup. Sarah was very proud of her rabbit. Over the next few months, Buttercup grew bigger and bigger. Soon she was ready to have babies of her own. Sarah put a nesting box filled with clean straw into the hutch. Buttercup pulled from her fur coat to make a soft, warm nest for the babies. Then she waited. Sarah visited the hutch often, but nothing happened. Then one morning, Sarah looked into the hutch and saw 7 baby rabbits in the nest. "Oh, Buttercup," she said, "you're a mother." Sarah was so happy to see the babies. The babies grew fast. Soon they were big enough to climb out of the nesting box and look around. They were lively and curious and as soft and white as their mother. Now Sarah had to think of names for all of them. Since there were 7 baby rabbits, Sarah decided to name them after the 7 days of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Soon the little rabbits were big enough to go outside. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday stayed in Sarah's lap, but the others jumped out. Wednesday sat under the daffodils, Thursday sniffed violets, and Friday hopped through the grass. Little Saturday went farther than any of her brothers and sisters. Soon she found herself in the sea of tiny blue flowers. There were flowers everywhere. Saturday stopped right where she was because she didn't know what else to do. She was lost, but soon Sarah found her. It was time for the rabbits to go home. Sarah couldn't get them all back by herself, so she called for her father. Together they collected the little rabbits and put them back into the hutch with Buttercup. "Sarah," said her father, "there are too many rabbits, and they're getting bigger every day. It's time you found good homes for Buttercup's babies." Sarah wanted to keep them all, but she knew her father was right. There were too many rabbits, and the hutch was crowded. So the next day, Sarah offered 1 or 2 of Buttercup's babies to each of her friends. Monday went home with Kate, and Billy chose Tuesday for his pet. Wednesday and Thursday rode home in Jeff's bicycle basket. But at the end of the day, all of Buttercup's babies had new homes, and Sarah's friends were proud to have rabbits of their own. Sarah and Buttercup were happy to be alone together, just as they were in the beginning. "I love you, Buttercup," said Sarah as she stroked her rabbit's soft white fur. but Buttercup just wiggled her pink nose.